Human sense.
We have scattered showers and thunderstorms across mid-Michigan this afternoon. Also notice on satellite and radar that most of the thunderstorm activity now tracking off to the south of the state line. In terms of temperatures, we are still incredibly mild, 47 degrees in Lansing, 49 our current temperature in St. John's and Owasso, 46 degrees over in the city of Hillsdale. We will actually be able to dry things out later on this afternoon and evening. Some sunshine also possible across the area, but we have an additional chance for rain and the potential for severe weather to talk about over the weekend. 6 News at Noon starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News at Noon.
Vice President J.D. Vance and his wife traveled to a U.S. base in Greenland today as the Trump administration continues its effort to take control of the island for what it says are security reasons. It's our top story at noon. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Megan Vaselli. A recent poll shows the move to take over Greenland is something the people who live there are overwhelmingly against. Sources familiar with the planning of this trip tell CBS News National Security Advisor Mike Waltz also is in attendance. Natalie Brandt is here for you with the latest.
Vice President J.D. Vance and the Second Lady left for Greenland Friday. Despite pushback from residents and leaders there, President Trump has had his eye on the semi-autonomous Danish territory for what he says are national security reasons.
One way or the other, we're going to get it.
Also making the trip, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. But back in Washington, the fallout is only escalating. Following the revelations this week, a military operation was discussed over the non-government approved messaging app Signal. Waltz inadvertently invited Atlantic editor-in-chief Jeffrey Goldberg to the group chat.
They had an opportunity to just accept that they made a mistake, tell us how they're going to fix the mistake, and then move on, but they instead went on this weird kind of attack.
While publicly, the administration insists President Trump maintains confidence in his national security team, behind the scenes, sources tell CBS News that the president is privately venting. One official says the issue is still, quote, a hot potato.
A federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to preserve the Signal group chat messages where Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth disclosed the timing and aircraft to be used in a strike against Houthi rebels.
Mr. Secretary, are you going to comply with the judge's order to preserve the text?
I'm going to get on the plane.
Hegseth deflected as he left the Philippines, where he attended a wreath-laying ceremony at the Manila American Cemetery. Over on Capitol Hill, there's a bipartisan effort by the Senate Armed Services Committee to investigate classification policies at the Department of Defense. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
The University of Michigan now is moving forward with some changes as the Trump administration pushes for college campuses to eliminate all efforts promoting diversity. The Ann Arbor campus says it will close its offices of diversity, equity and inclusion and health equity and inclusion immediately. It's also shutting down its DEI 2.0 strategic plan. Attorneys for the university now will review its policies and programs to make sure they comply with orders from the federal government. U of M President Santa Ono and other leaders said in a statement they did not make these decisions lightly and recognize the change will be significant and challenging for many people on campus. Canada updated its travel advisory, warning citizens about coming to the United States. It's in response to concerns about some of President Trump's policies. The advisory says starting April 11th, Canadians who will be here for more than 30 days must register with U.S. authorities. If they don't, they'll face penalties, fines, and misdemeanors. Previously, this rule was not enforced, but now it's being mandated under the president's Protecting the American People Against Invasion order. The latest figures from the U.S. Department of Commerce show, in total, more than 20 million Canadians visited the U.S. in 2024. The NCAA tournament continues tonight with 4 more teams getting the chance to punch their ticket to the Elite Eight. This includes both Michigan and Michigan State. 6 Sports Director Ian Kress is in Atlanta this weekend and is here for you with a look at the Spartans and the Wolverines ahead of tonight's Sweet 16 matchups.
Tonight we find out who makes it halfway to the ultimate prize of the NCAA tournament, the national championship, as we have 2 games taking place here in Atlanta, Georgia. Sweet 16 matchups. Michigan State will be taking on Ole Miss just after 7 o'clock, and then right after the Spartans and Rebels are done, Michigan will go head-to-head with top-seeded Auburn. So you got a little Big Ten versus SEC matchups.
It's still win the weekend, but I think take it one game at a time and just realize the opportunity we have in front of us.
A lot of people don't get this opportunity. It's only 16 teams, and also just to realize how close you are to Final Four. It's only just 2 more games, and then you'll be in the Final Four. So he's kind of been saying that, and just to have fun too. This is definitely a great opportunity.
Now with the Wolverines taking on Auburn tonight, Michigan's 7-foot junior center Danny Wolf will have an opportunity to do something he did a year ago, and that is end Auburn's season. Last year, Wolf was at Yale, who upset Auburn in the first round of the NCAA tournament. He has some great memories from that night, and he's hoping a similar outcome happens on Friday night.
A few Auburn players, not to name any, were shooting free throws, and my head was in my towel, and I was looking at one of my teammates. And running on the floor after that was arguably one of the greatest moments in my college basketball career. It's a much better team this year. Obviously, the players are better than they were last. They have a few new pieces. But yeah, of course. Getting to play this caliber of a team in the tournament, it's something that we're all excited for.
Never before have Michigan and Michigan State met in the NCAA tournament, and if they each are able to pick up wins on Friday night, they would have the opportunity to face one another for the 3rd time this season. Inside the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, I'm Ian Kress, 6 Sports.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Warmer temperatures will continue to move into mid-Michigan over the course of the next several days, but with those warmer conditions, we also have several chances for rain and the potential for severe weather to talk about later this weekend. A look at live Storm Tracker 6 Doppler radar shows light to moderate rain showers across mid-Michigan this afternoon. The good news is the lightning associated with the thunderstorms across the area has been decreasing within the past hour or so, which does mean that these storms are overall in a weakening mode as they move into mid-Michigan. So while we could still hear a few isolated rumbles of thunder across the area this afternoon, we are not anticipating anything in form of severe weather across the region for our Friday. Outside right now, you can see a couple of raindrops on the lenses in Lansing, Grand Ledge, and Jackson. In terms of our temperatures, we are still incredibly mild, 49 degrees over in St. John's and Owasso, 47 the current temperature in Lansing. We're at 48 degrees in Mason, Charlotte, and down over in Coldwater as well. The showers and thunderstorms that we currently have across mid-Michigan are all associated with the larger area of low pressure to our west. That low pressure system will continue to provide the chance for precipitation as we move throughout the weekend, but we are still going to be treated to some incredibly nice temperatures as well. We'll time it all out for you on Precision Cast. The showers and thunderstorms we currently have in place will eventually taper off. We have dry conditions returning to the forecast this evening right around 4 or 5 o'clock. We'll hold on to dry and partly cloudy conditions as we go throughout the overnight hours and also for the first half of our Saturday. Another round of scattered rain showers will be possible by Saturday afternoon. That widespread and soaking rain will return early Sunday morning, with our potential for severe weather increasing Sunday evening as a line of showers and thunderstorms develops ahead of a cold front. As of right now, it looks like the main time frame of concern Sunday evening will be between 6 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night. The biggest concerns I have going to be some damaging wind gusts and large hail, but at this point in time, we can't completely rule out the chance for a brief or isolated tornado. So we have gone ahead and issued a weather aware day for Sunday. In addition to that, Storm Prediction Center does have this slight level 2 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms across the region. The best potential for any severe weather will be off to our southwest over in that orange shade, including portions of Indiana, Illinois, and Missouri. In terms of temperatures for today, it's going to be feeling incredibly nice. Highs up into the mid to upper 60s, and I wouldn't be surprised if a few locations south of I-94 actually make it into the low 70s today. And of course, as I mentioned, there will be some dry time this evening for everyone to actually go outside and enjoy that. We are still incredibly mild overnight tonight. Temperatures only falling down into the upper 50s across the area. That'll set us up for another really warm day tomorrow. The 6-day forecast, of course, showing that high temperature staying in the upper 60s across the region. A couple of scattered sprinkles possible in the afternoon and evening. Really not concerned with the potential for thunder tomorrow. That is higher concern just in time for Sunday. Again, that weather aware day currently in place due to the potential for severe weather across the region. We dry things out early next week, and just when we dry things out, those cooler temperatures start to settle in. Highs in the mid 40s Monday and Tuesday. Another chance for rain, maybe a couple of thunderstorms on Wednesday, with warmer temperatures beginning to return to the region.
All right.
Yeah, we got a lot of puzzle pieces that we got to put together here.
We sure do. Yeah, thanks for keeping track of that for us,
No
Kendall.
problem.
We appreciate it. All right, well, coming up, rescue and recovery efforts are underway right now in Southeast Asia after a powerful and deadly earthquake hit Thailand. So keep it right here, 6 News at noon. We'll be right back.